Can we start? All right. Hare Krishna. So welcome to the Sunday feast of ISKCON Portland on the 8th of February 2026. So with the permission of all the senior Vaishnavas here, disciples of Srila Prabhupada, and many other senior devotees, I request your blessings and permission to speak something on this most auspicious occasion of the appearance day of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Maharaj. But before we start, we will recite the Mangalacharana prayers. So I can Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutah Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nama Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today is the 8th of February, and this year in 2026 on the 6th of February, 1874. So how many years is that? 152 years ago was the most auspicious appearance day of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. And that is according to the Gaudiya Vaishnava calendar, which largely follows the lunar cycle, the Vikram Samvat calendar. And coincidentally, and so usually the dates don't align, the Western dates and the Vaishnava calendar dates, but this year in 2026, also on 6th February, was the Panchami. So on the Panchami of the Magh Mas, also known as Govinda Mas, was the appearance day. And this year also on the Panchami, which was 6th of February 2026. So that makes it a little bit of a special year, 2026. I don't know how frequently do the dates match. Maybe once every couple of years they match up. This year, by the way, it's all shifted a little bit because this year is going to have the Adhik Mas. So the dates are quite shifted, but anyway. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj was born in this most auspicious day in the most auspicious place of Jagannath Puri to Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur, who had 10 sons and 5 daughters, so big family. And I think the 5th son was Sri Bimla Prasad. That was the name of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And his mother's name was Srimati Bhagavati Devi. So, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, who is the father of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, and you can see them there on the altar in the row of all the previous acharyas. On the leftmost we have Srila Prabhupada, and next to him is Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, who is the guru or spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada. And then we'll talk about Sri Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, who is next to him. And then next to him is Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur, who is his father. So father and son both are there on that disciplic succession line. And in the middle is Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. We'll discuss if time permits. So he was the son of Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur prayed for many, many years for getting a very, very illustrious or a very devotee child in his family. So all his children were very nice devotees, but none other stood out as much as Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, with his original name, given name being Sri Bimla Prasad. So you can imagine, February it was when he was born. 5 months later was Jagannath Rath Yatra, which usually happens in the month of July in Jagannath Puri. And so when he was 5 months old, Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur, so his house was right on the path of the Rath Yatra, and this was like 1874, so Jagannath Puri also was not much developed as it is today. And the Rath Yatra would pass, but that year the Rath automatically stopped for 3 hours right outside his house. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur organized a huge Sankirtan at that place, and while the Sankirtan was going on, he asked his wife to bring the baby, and he placed the baby at the feet of Lord Jagannath. And as babies do, and we don't know what the internal pastime is, the baby stretched out his hands and touched the feet of Lord Jagannath. And right at that moment, a garland from Lord Jagannath fell onto the baby. So Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur took this as a very, very auspicious sign that yes, this is the child who I have been waiting for. So we can see so I'll discuss some of these early pastimes of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj's life till how much ever the time permits. Everything that I'll be sharing, I have taken from this book, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Vaibhav. It's a 3-volume book, and it's just the first volume here in my hands. And this is by His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. And he has written a very wonderful, very detailed biography and not just biography and teachings of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. So it's very much worth a read. So in this, in the case of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, we see the examples of what devotional parenting is all about. So anybody who is parenting their child or is planning to have a child and wants to parent them in a very, very devotional way, there is no better example than how Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur parented his children, especially Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj or Bimla Prasad. So from a very, very young age, and of course the first thing in parenting a child is, in a devotional way, is to yourself be a devotee. So that is a given. Otherwise, everything else is meaningless. So that's the absolute minimum prerequisite, which Bhaktivinoda Thakur more than fulfilled. So from the very young age, he taught the child various activities to offer everything to Krishna before eating. Even if the child may sometimes pick up and eat things, if there's a banana lying there or a piece of grape or anything, and even if it has been offered, the child may not know. Mentally offer it to Bhagavan before eating. If not, directly go to Bhagavan and offer, or ask the parents, has this been offered? Once the child, depending on their age and maturity. And then chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra from a very young age, it can be done. We see small children just chanting Hare Krishna. It doesn't have to be like in a very sober and the entire mantra with correct pronunciation. None of that is necessary. And then his father, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur, taught him the worship of Sri Narsinghadev at a very young age and gave him the Narsingha mantra as well. And as the child grew up, his father taught him the worship of Shaligram Shila, how to wear tilak, how to offer water to the deity, how to chant other mantras. Not just chanting the mantras, first you have to worship the mantra and then chant the mantra. So all these things were taught very nicely by Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur to his son. Not only that, not only devotional education, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and this was the time when the British were ruling India, and also there was this entire world was under this industrial revolution, and all across the world there was this sort of a wave of a change of civilization. What is civilized versus uncivilized, cultured versus non-cultured, education versus illiterate, the definitions of all this were changing. And with that influence of the British in India, the change was coming into India as well. I'm speaking something on Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. And this picture that you see, by the way, here on the screen is the picture of the deities of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, named as Shri Shri Gandharvika Giridhari Ji. And these are placed in Sri Chaitanya Mutt in Mayapur Dham. So I just thought of putting that picture up here. So all that was changing in that time, and Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur at that time was reviving Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Gaudiya Vaishnavism had been dormant for almost 250 years. It was extremely vibrant. It was established by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then followed through very, very rigorously by the 6 Goswamis and their followers like Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, and so on. But then it became very dormant. There was some uprising at the time of Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, but not as much. And Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur really was trying to revive it, and there was a lot of misunderstood. It was not that it was dead, but it had become very materialistic. So again, back to the same things like only Brahmanas shall do service of Bhagavan, and this whole caste aspect, and everything was creeping in. Everything that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had demolished or cast aside was coming back. So even though one may call themselves Gaudiya Vaishnava, it was not based on the principles of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur really wanted to revive that, and he was very much somebody who wanted to go out and make it happen. Now, there are two kinds of saints, Bhajananandis and Goshthanandis, kind of the technical term, but one who is not bothered about what is happening in the external world, which is also a message of the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita also has a message that you should go out and share this message with others. So depending on the mood and nature of the devotee, one can take either instruction. And so there are saints who just are very reclusive. They just want to do their own bhajan. This world is a place of misery, is a place of cheating, and these things will go on. And with that understanding, they focus on their own bhajan. And then there are some who want to create some reform, that I have benefited from this, let me share this benefit with others, let me propagate this message of Bhagavan to others. So with that mood, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur was trying to operate, and he wanted his son, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, also to help him or carry forward this mission. So with that intent, he enrolled Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj or Bimala Prasad, at that time his son, even into Western education. Western schools and all were becoming prominent in India due to the British influence, and there was also a difference in the status, in the respect in society of those who had grown up in that education versus those who had not, and they were considered illiterate or uncultured versus the other. So there was this aspect. So, and there were good things about Western education from a materialistic standpoint. So he wanted his children to have that kind of education as well. And his thought, as it is mentioned in this book, is that he wanted to create a revolution from the inside. That is the best kind of revolution, rather than from the outside. So he wanted to preach this message of Lord Chaitanya to the so-called cultured, educated class of people, so that they can take up this message as well. So with that intent in mind, he made sure that Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj gets very good Western education as well. Even though at the same time he was very clear that purely this materialistic or this Western education is purely materialistic. It actually degrades a jiva. Why it degrades? Because it increases the tendency for materialism, and therefore it increases the tendency to go away from Krishna. Therefore, and since I've been talking about parenting, what he did is not just give good Western education to his son, but 100% accompanied it with very strong devotional education as well, so that this Western education would have no chance of having any kind of an adverse impact on his son. What did he do for that? He would take his son to meet so many. He would himself, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, would go and meet a lot of sadhus and saints, and all the time he would take his son with him. And from a very young age, Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj was a very brilliant child. By the age of 7, he had memorized the entire Bhagavad Gita. Well, that's fine, memorizing the Bhagavad Gita, but in addition, he could explain each and every shloka, every verse of Bhagavad Gita with deep meanings. So not just memorization, but deep understanding. At very young age, he also got the education of Sanskrit grammar and was reading Upanishads and the Vedas as well. So all this was accompanied, plus he would take him and to meet saints and other devotees. And every week, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur was conducting a Sangha. The name of that is Vishwa Vaishnava Sabha. So this was like what we call as Bhakti Vrikshas, or our small Sunday feast gatherings, or I don't know exact nature of that. That's what. So every week, he would conduct detailed classes on Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu in that discussion, or in that group of devotees. And Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, the young boy, would very attentively listen to all those discussions, and he would make notes of it. Later on, those notes became sort of his commentary on the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So therefore we have 4 commentaries on Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Sri Jiva Goswami, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Sri Mukunda Das Goswami, and Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. So those commentaries came out of sitting in the classes of Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So all this Bhakti Vinod Thakur was doing to make sure that his devotional aspect is deepened, and as well as he gets good Western education. Then later on, as he grew, Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj gained deep understanding of mathematics and physics as well. He took a strong liking towards that. And at that time, there was one primary goal to learn mathematics and physics. What was that? Any ideas? In the 1700s and 1800s, there was one goal. Why would anybody study mathematics and physics? Astronomy, not astrology. Yeah, that will come later in his life. Both Jyotish comes as well. But first astronomy. He picked up a liking in astronomy. And then he found this very ancient text known as the 2 ancient texts, Hare Krishna. Siddhanta Shiromani, Sri Siddhanta Shiromani, and Sri Surya Siddhanta. So, which are our Vedic astronomical texts. And they had been untouched all this while. A little bit, it is written here that people would read them and misinterpret. And all kinds of things were going on. So he took on the task of completely translating Shri Shrinikai Sachinananda Bhagwan ki Jai. He took on the task of translating both these texts into Bengali. And as he was translating, he also wrote detailed commentary on it. So it's not just translation, but a commented translation on both these things, and ended up publishing them by 1896. One was published in 1893 at the age of 19. You can do the math, 1874 to 1893 and 1896. By age of 22, he published these 2 masterpieces on astronomy, deep as with all kinds of calculations about eclipses and movements of the sun and the planets and all these things at the age of 19 and 22. So this was such a brilliant output that his teachers in math and Sanskrit, and their names were, I've written them somewhere, now I'm getting confused in my notes and I'm not even wearing glasses. Anyway, forget it. Gave him the title of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati. So that's how he got that title. Not Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Siddhanta Saraswati. Later on, when he took sannyas, he got the name Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. So at that time, he got the title Siddhanta Saraswati because he had done this commentary on Surya Siddhanta and Siddhanta Shiromani, both of these. So this was the brilliance of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj at such a young age. And then later on, out of this, he picked up interest in Jyotish Shastra as well, astrology, and became one of the finest astrologers of his time. It's like anything you touch, you just become world class in that. That's like, he was just a born genius. Of course, he was a great devotee as well, but I'm just saying purely from an intellect. One thing was also written in the book that when he was born, his head was very big, at least. So I don't know, like the size of the brain or the gray matter, gray cells. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur had expressed that, according to the size of the rest of the body, the head is a little oversized. So I don't know what to make of that, but anyway. So very, very brilliant. And I was going to say something. Yeah, it was also said whatever he would hear once, he would remember. Even 50 years later, he would be able to completely repeat verbatim any passage that he had heard like 50 years ago. So in old days, this was known as Ekasantagrahi. Like you hear once and then you have memorized it. And this is how Vedic knowledge was passed down over millions of years till Sri Vyasadeva committed it to writing, because he knew that this category of people who will remember by hearing is disappearing in Kali Yuga. So clearly Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj is not from Kali Yuga, even though he happens to take appearance in Kali Yuga. So after he had gained, so by the time he was like college age, he was like at professor level or something. So anyway, the college was a mere formality for him. He had joined the college, but at some point he felt like all this is really useless. And one thing he became afraid of at that time, college degree was something which was very, very prestigious. And he felt that, he began to feel that, that will be like a big public stamp of prestige on my face or on my head. So he quit college. I mean, quitting college was a very shameful thing at that time. I mean, these days people drop out college and become billionaires, so it's a more fashionable thing to drop out of college these days. But that in those days it was a very shameful thing to drop out of college, or to quit college, as you would call it. So he quit college because he wanted people to not recognize him, that he wanted people to discard him, that he's good for nothing. And one thing also he said is that if I become a college graduate, then all these marriage proposals will start coming to me. And he just wanted to like completely run away from any such thing. So he just quit college and took on that sort of bad title or something. And then he devoted himself fully to serving his father. So at that time, his father, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur, was not translating, but writing this, one of his life's great work known as Jaiva Dharma. And Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj helped his father, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in all the editing, proofreading, publication, and discussions during that time. So this is how Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur helped his child. So great father, greater son. So it was a wonderful team between the two, and they both, so father producing, it's not just reading the Jaiva Dharma and I strongly recommend everybody to read that book. And earlier than that, before that, Sri Chaitanya, these are the two very, very, very important works of Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Sri Chaitanya Shikshamrit and Jaiva Dharma. I strongly recommend everybody to read both of these books. If you want, you should start with Jaiva Dharma and then go on to Chaitanya Shikshamrit. English translations are available now by multiple devotees. So he helped his father in both of those. Chaitanya Shikshamrit, when he was being written, he was just reading what his father was writing. Jaiva Dharma came second, and then he helped his father in the writing of it. So through that process, he became more deeply got the devotional teachings from his father. So some more points later in his life. Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur disappeared in 1914, if I'm not remembering incorrectly. And somewhere in I'm forgetting the dates, I have written it somewhere. So Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj had a little bit of this aspect of repulsion. He was torn between this mission to propagate Krishna consciousness and being like I have nothing to do with the material world. I just want to, close myself, shut myself off and run away. You can kind of see that. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur was always having this mood that this son will take forward the mission of propagating Krishna consciousness all over the world. So there we could, it's not written, I think, directly anywhere, but I can sense that kind of tension in his life. So as part of that, one time he took the vow of observing Chaturmasya in the strictly prescribed way. Chaturmasya are the 4 months of the rainy season. And according to Hari Bhakti Vilas, which is a very, very detailed manual by Sri Sanatana Goswami and Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, both of them are one of the 6 Goswamis whose picture is also there on the altar. So they have written all these detailed procedures of how to observe various Vaishnava festivals or occasions or practices. One of them is the observance of Chaturmasya, the 4 months of the rainy season. And the observance of that is not very easy. So some simple things are, I don't remember exactly in which month I don't follow it. You are not supposed to eat green leafy vegetables, non-green vegetables, urad dal, and dairy. 1 in each month. Am I correct? These are the 4 things. So, this is the most that devotees today follow, if they follow it at all. And it's not necessary to follow. But there are so many other things which were discarded by others, saying, oh, they are all just material karma kanda practices, materialistic practices. And in that way, they were diluting or minimizing the value of this wonderful text called Hari Bhakti Vilas by Sri Sanatana Goswami. To re-establish the position, again we can see this sort of tension. One is to establish the position of Hari Bhakti Vilas, which is a matter of propagating Krishna consciousness. And the other is to follow very strict vows, which is more towards like austerity and self-penance aspect. So, which one it is, I don't know, but probably both. So to establish the complete authority in fullness of the Hari Bhakti Vilas, he practiced Chaturmasya for several years, for at least few years, 2-3 years. And the practice is that, of course, you avoid these things, which is probably easier. I would say it's easy enough to avoid dairy for a month, avoid some green leafy vegetables for a month. You can eat other things, similar other things and following, but you have to eat once a day. What you have to eat, not these 4 things, but simply just rice, plain rice with some ghee. Little ghee is allowed, no salt, no pepper, no vegetables, no dal. Plain rice with just a drop of ghee. Not only that, you have to put that rice on the floor and sit in like a cross-legged position, like you are sitting, bent down, and whatever comes in your mouth without getting up, eat that. Try even bending down to reach the floor. I'm sure many of you, I won't be able to do it either. And can't use your hands either. So that is known as go grasa. Grasa means eating, not grass, like green grass, though it kind of Mora Pancha grass. There's that song by Narottam Das Thakur, that is my, that's what I eat. So, go grasa means eating like a cow. That's how a cow eats. It doesn't use hands. It just uses its neck, bends down and eats. So like that, you have to eat once in a day. And this was extreme austerity. Extreme austerity. And that's what Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj wanted to follow. But again, we see this sort of tension that when Bhaktivinoda Thakur got to hear that his son is doing this, he was not happy. He says, "What are you doing?" And he became very weak and very, was, not able to move around. Just all the symptoms of weakness were overtaking Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur sent a message to him, "You should stop this right now." And a bigger austerity is to propagate Krishna consciousness rather than your personal austerity. Both are good. Again, from the standpoint of personal bhajan versus spreading or preaching. So we see this in his life in multiple occasions. Another wonderful area where we see this is very, very striking, is I wanted to cover one more thing, and we're running out of time. So his father, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur, seeing that his bent to such, and it's not just austerity, his attachment to austerity, but his attachment to genuine devotion, genuine bhakti. And somewhere it occurs that unless one is very, very fixed in bhakti, as one begins to go out and preach and all, you get a lot of fame, you get a lot of followers, you get all this, and there is every chance to get deviated, to become proud, accept respect from others, and as you begin to get used to accepting respect, we begin to expect respect. And slowly and slowly, before you know it, the train has derailed from its original track and gone elsewhere. So, but that's not true for somebody who's very fixed. So, his father, even though his father was essentially his guru, he had given him the mantras, he had given him all kinds of shiksha, everything that Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj had from a devotional standpoint came from his father, but still his father then said, "You need a Diksha Guru," because Diksha Guru is very, very important, and Diksha Guru cannot be, or is generally not the father or somebody like in your direct family bloodline. And there was a very great saint whom Bhaktivinoda Thakur knew by the name Sri Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, and that was the picture I was pointing to on the altar. You can see again when the altar opens. So Sri Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, after having spent 30 years in Vrindavan, in Vraja, he came to Navadvip area, which is where Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj were residing. And he asked Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj to take initiation from Sri Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, who was a complete recluse, so to say, minded his own business, did not want to talk to anyone. And so he thought that will create a good balance as well, because he was very much out and about, going out and preaching Krishna consciousness, whereas Gaur Kishore Das Babaji was the exact opposite as well. So anyway, it's a long story. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji rejected him and said, I had narrated some of this in a different Sunday feast class a few months back on the disappearance day of Sri Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, when we sang the Gaura Kishore Ashtakam. So some of you might remember that. But anyway, just to kind of further bring out this tension between the two, maybe that's the main theme of today's topic. One was parenting, and one is this tension between these two aspects. Finally, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, and he knew that this person is such a great devotee. In fact, there were many, many people who were waiting for Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj to become their disciple. Sort of more higher age Vaishnavas that, I don't know, just I'm making it up, like, any university would want Einstein to be there, come join them as their professor or as their whatever, right, like that. They were vying for him to become their disciple. And, this person, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, said, even though he knew of his greatness, he said, get out, I don't want to see your face, and but Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj was determined to become his disciple. And then finally, after a lot of persuasion and perseverance on the part of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, he got accepted as a disciple of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. And not the irony, or, he gave him 3 instructions. This is according to the words of Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj himself. I got 3 instructions from my Guru. Please hear carefully. Do not make any disciples. Do not associate with anyone. Always stay in Navadvip. Never go especially to Calcutta or the place of Maya. So these were the 3 instructions of the Guru. Now what do you think Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj did? He made no disciples? No, he had so many disciples. In fact, the entire Gaudiya Math was established through his disciples, and he had some very, very great disciples, and greatest of all is sitting right here on our founder Acharya's seat back there, Srila Prabhupada. And many other wonderful disciples as well. Secondly, don't associate with anyone. There are pictures of him talking to the mayor, to the various visitors from England, and all these, so-called materialistic people, and of course many, many other people as well. And third, never go to Calcutta. He went to Calcutta so many times. So he got initiation in 1900, and he left his body in 1936. So 36 years of, you can say, but in 1916, when on the passing away or disappearance of Sri Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he gave a speech. Instructions were not given in public. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji is the last person to say anything in public to anyone. So these were Maharaj, but he stood up and revealed it, and that's how it has been recorded, and that's how it's published in this book. That I got these 3 instructions from my Guru Maharaj, and by that time everybody knew that obviously all these, the disciples or the people who know about Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj here, they were all laughing when I was telling these 3 instructions. So everybody knew that they had been broken, but he said, no, I kept all these instructions because I don't look at my so-called disciples as my disciples. I look at them only as my Guru, because I have learned so much from them. So they are not my disciples, they are my Gurus. Secondly, do not associate with anyone. He says, I have not associated with anyone. Whomever I have met, I have only tried to give Krishna. I have tried to give them association of my Guru and association of Krishna. I have not taken any association of them. So in that sense, I have not associated with anyone. And he says, do not go to the world of Maya. And at that time, sitting in Navadvip, Maya, or the world of Maya was Calcutta. So he says, I have never been to Calcutta. Wherever I have gone, I have taken my Shaligram Shila with me. And wherever there is Shaligram Shila, there is Vrindavan. And in that sense, I have always stayed in Vrindavan. I have never gone to Calcutta. And he often quoted the example of a great Vaishnava Acharya, Sri Ramanujacharya, who also violated the instruction of his Guru, but not really, because the Guru's instruction also is to preserve the sanctity of the mantra, and the mantra is preserved only when it resides in the mind. Manah trayate iti mantra. If it's if the mantra does not get a place to reside, it will disappear. It needs a place to stand. So all he did was preserve the sanctity of the mantra by placing it in the mind of various people. Therefore he propagated the mantra, which on the face of it was a gross violation of his guru's orders that never reveal the mantra to anyone. And he climbed up on the top of the temple and revealed it. So he said, I have just followed the example of the previous acharyas, but I am very clear that I have maintained the instructions of my guru. And for 10 years, from 1905, in 1905 he took a vow to chant 1 billion names of Bhagavan. So what that means is that when we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, we chant 16 names of Bhagavan. And if you do the math, if you chant this mantra 108 times, it becomes one mala. And if you chant 192 malas in a day, approximately, if you do the math, if you want, you can even do it on your calculator. And chanting 192 malas in a day pretty much takes all of 24 hours. Maybe you can do it in 18 hours, but probably no less. For 10 years, if you do this, then you will reach 1 billion names. So for 10 years, he was simply chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra 18 hours a day, at least. Plus, he was discharging some of his duties as well. So how he was managing all of this is how great acharyas accomplished. They are able to do these unimaginable things, which we think, how is it even humanly, the math itself doesn't add up. The number of minutes or seconds in the day, and even if you don't sleep for 1 minute, still it does not add up. So it's a mystery. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. So these are the glories of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. So there is to end it, I don't know if there is sufficient time or not, maybe very quickly. So I do have the screen. So in our prayers that we recite for Srila Prabhupada, which is Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Similarly, there are 4 verses for Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. I just wanted to recite those. So maybe you can repeat after me. Is this big enough on the screen? Yeah. So the first one is very similar to Srila Prabhupada's Pranam mantra. Namah Om Vishnupadaya. You can do it together. Srimate Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati iti namine. So the meaning is, I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, who is very dear to Lord Krishna. Krishna Preshthaya. On this earth, that should have been here somewhere. So Bhutale, on this earth, he is the most dear to Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale. To such a person, having taken, so Srimati Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati iti namine. So Nama Om Vishnu Padaya. Vishnu Padaya means one who has taken shelter of Lord Vishnu. And he himself is very dear to Lord Krishna. To such a person I offer my obeisances. So that's the meaning. Second one we can recite together. Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine Prabhave Namaha. The diacritics are not present here, but that's okay. So, Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Dayitaya Kripabdhaye. So, who is Varshabhanavi Devi? She is Srimati Radharani. Dayitaya kripabdhaye. On whom has she given her kripa? To that person. So that person is Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, on whom or who has received the kripa of Srimati Radharani. And what has he done after receiving the kripa of Srimati Radharani? He has propagated Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dayine. He has given the Vijnan, the science of who is Krishna. Krishna Sambandha Vijnan. Everything about Krishna. How to worship him. Who is Krishna? Why should we try to worship him or love him? Become his devotee. All that science of Krishna consciousness has been given, Dayine, to such a person, Prabhu. To that Prabhu, I offer my Namaha, I offer my obeisances. Prabhave Namaha. So I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Varshabhanavi Devi Daita Dasa, that who has received that mercy, who is favored by Srimati Radharani, and who is the ocean of transcendental mercy and deliverer of the science of Krishna. And in what way has he delivered it is there in this verse. We can recite, Madhuryojjvala premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute. So he is Shri Rupanuga Bhakti Da. Bhakti Da means the giver of bhakti. Rupanuga means as per the teachings, following in the footsteps of Sri Rupa Goswami. Rupa Anuga Bhakti Da. He is the giver of bhakti by himself following the teachings of Sri Rupa Goswami. So his teachings are perfectly in line as taught by Sri Rupa Goswami, who is the foremost disciple of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what are those teachings? Premadhya means adhya is like thick or concentrated with prema in the mood of conjugal love, madhurya ujjvala, towards Sri Krishna, which means that the bhakti that Srimati Radharani had towards Sri Krishna, that kind of bhakti as propagated by Sri Rupa Goswami is directly being given by Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. And how is he giving that bhakti? On the strength of his spiritual master, Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti, Gaura Keshor Das Babaji, or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is also Gaura, by the mercy of his Guru and Gauranga. So Gaura is double meaning, Guru as well as Gauranga. Vigrahaya, and he is the personification, he is the Vigraha of Gaura Karuna Shakti. He is the Shakti of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Shakti of Guru and Gauranga personified. So I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, the personified energy of Sri Chaitanya's mercy, who deliver devotional service which is enriched with conjugal love of Radha and Krishna, coming exactly in the line of revelation of Sri Rupa Goswami. And finally, we can recite, Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddhapa Siddhanta Dvanta Harine. So, Shishnitai Satchidanand Bhagwan ki jai. I'll just read the translation since Aarti is starting. We'll not delay anymore. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the personified teachings of Lord Chaitanya. You are the deliverer of all the fallen souls. You do not tolerate any statement which is against the teachings, viruddha, apasiddhanta, of devotional service, enunciated by Sri Rupa Goswami. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Srintai Satchidanand Dev Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Narsingh Dev Bhagwan ki jai. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
वाह, हरे कृष्ण बात है। We'll have your dad sing.
Is Arpana here? She should sing.
She's off today.
Oh, okay. No, I just want to make sure that if she wasn't here. Anybody else should. I've already done it. No. See, his arm is hurting. He has a brace, so I'll put it on this
Hari Bol.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Mao Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Deshata Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Jaya Nitai Sachinandan, Nitai Sachinandan, Nitai Sachinandan, Gaura Hari. Jaya Nitai Sachinandan, Nitai Sachinandan, Nitai Sachinandan, Gaura Hari. Jaya Nitai Sachinandan, Nitai Sachinandan, Nitai Sachinandan, Gaura Hari. Jaya Nitai Sachinandan, Nitai Sachinandan, Gaura Hari. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. श्री श्री निताय सचिनंदन देव भगवान की जय.
No, you say. No? You can say.
Okay. Yeah. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivakacharya Shruta Satsavangais AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivakacharya Ashtotar Satsavangais Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Goswami Srila Prabhupada ki. अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई यमुना माई की भक्तिदीप तुलसी देव की हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada ki.
I'll grab that.
You choose whatever you want.
Who's going to sing? You going to sing? His hand's messed up.
You play harmony?
He's been boxing. Over you then?
Bro, you can sing, right? Is your hand good to sing?
Thank you.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahalada Dahine Prahalada Dahin Prahaladadahine Hiranyakashipur Vakshaha Shipurvakshaha Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatanka nakalaye Shilatanka nakalaye Ito Narsimha para to Narsimha ito Narsimha para to Narsimha ito Narsimha para Yato yamitato Narsimha Yato yamitato Narsimha Yato yamitato Narsimha Yami Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Narsimha Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Narsimha Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapatye Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapatye Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapatye Muhammadin Sharanam Tava Karakamalaye Naka Adhuta Shingam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubinga Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagati Shahare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Naka Adhuta Shingam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubinga Keshavadita कमलवरे नाकम् अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तानभृंगा केशवदिता नरहरि रूपा जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमलवरे अद्भुत सिंह हिरण्यकशिपु केशवदेता हरे जय जगदीश केशवदीता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवदीता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे हरे केशवदीता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय नारहरि जय नारहरि जय नारहरि जय नारहरि जय भक्त प्रहलाद जय प्रहलाद महाराज भक्त प्रहलाद जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद गुरुदेव 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 श्रील गुरुदेव हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल विघ्न विनाशक लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय भक्ताश्रमणी प्रहलाद महाराज की जय जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय श्री गुरुदेव की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल
Hare Krishna. If everyone can please have a seat. I know the children are kind of moving in and out, but we have important announcements. Mataji's, Jayalakshmi Mataji, maybe come inside. Mataji there, please come inside so that it's not blocked. Ashwarani Mataji, just kind of keep that area unblocked. Fire code. Devotees here, you can come on inside. There's a lot of space. Janita Prabhu, please. Jai Jagdish Prabhu. Thank you. So, thank you very much for joining us. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Shinitai Sachan Dev ki jai, Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Bhagwan ki jai, Shrimati Vrinda Devi Tulsi Maharani ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari, Shivancha Kalpa Trubhyascha, Kripo Sindhabhyo Cha, Dita Nam Pavnebhyo, Vaishbhyo Namo Namah. So thank you all for joining. Hope you're all doing okay. Are you doing okay? They're louder. Matajis are not so loud. Are you okay? Okay, I give up. Upcoming announcements and events, but before that, anyone here for the very first time? Okay, I don't see anyone for the first. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Are the two of you together? Yeah, you've been here before? Yes. She's okay. Yeah, the two of you. So just you can say your names and where you're from and what brought you here today. Do you understand English?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
My name is Bilas. My name is Bilas. I'm from Nepal.
Bilas, from Nepal. Okay, and
I came here to introduce this place to us today. So we're here today.
I couldn't understand what you
This
said.
is our first time here to introduce this place to us.
I see.
We just want to check it out.
And what's your name?
My name is Angela Thapa. I'm also from Nepal.
Okay.
I'm here registered by coming.
Okay. Thank you for coming. You live in Bethany or something like that? Okay. So how long have you lived there? For a while?
It's been a year.
Okay, so not so long. We do have some Nepalese devotees. They kind of come and go, but please come and give us association and allow us to serve you. Okay? Thank you very much. Can everybody say Hari Bol? Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And then birthdays and anniversaries, all the devotees having birthdays and anniversaries. Hari Bol. Sorry, I was accused of stretching announcements too long with that, so I got truncated. Okay. Mother Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mother Mataji. So we have a child protection group with Mother Mataji, and who else is in the group?
Sarasvati Mataji, all the pujaris, all the Sunday school teachers,
Right,
all
but
the management.
who's leading?
As Radhakanta Prabhu, myself, and
Okay.
Saraswati Mataji.
So Mataji is going to speak. This is a requirement, in a way, from child protection group for ISKCON, but it's also an important announcement for protecting the families and etc. So here it is.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, family and friends. Hope you are enjoying the weekend. So myself and Jai Prabhu had a deal. I'm going to talk 25 minutes, he gets 5 minutes. So either way, it is 30 minutes in total. So bear with me, okay? So yeah, it's a regular announcement that we make for child protection. We take that very seriously. So your child should feel safe when they enter the temple room, when they are with us, as well as you should feel comfortable leaving your kids with us for an hour when they are in Sunday school. So we take this very seriously. All our teachers are certified in child protection certification that we did, all the managements, all the pujaris here. So the 1 hour for Sunday school, when they are with us, we take care of them. As soon as we leave them in the temple, make sure you are present there for your kids, okay? Or you designate an adult whom you trust, with whom we can leave your kid. So any kid under the age of 12 should not be walking around the hallway all alone, using the restroom all alone. You should be always with them. Your eye should not leave your kid at any minute. You know, it's like Nazar hati, durghatna ghati. Although it's a temple, we take it very seriously. Let me tell you, the child abuse happen mostly with the person whom they know. who they are very close to. So think about it. They are not allowed to even walk in that parking lot all alone, playing in the play area. We have a play area which we open during the summertime. So summertime our schools are closed, the Sunday school closed. But if they are in the playground, one of you should always be there with them. 12 and up, they know how to manage themselves. So I think that's fine with them. So here's the thing. So what I noticed, so 2 days back I heard a news. This is little bit not, the protocol that we follow, but it is very much related to the child protection thing. I heard a news in India, 3 of the sisters jumped from a balcony and they died. They committed suicide. Okay, that was a very disturbing news for me. As I talk, I can still, I'm shivering. When I heard that news, 3 girls, aged 12, 14 and 16, all 3 sisters, they jumped at the same time from the balcony of their house. Now just imagine what they must be going through, what provoked them to do that. Why didn't they reach out for support? So when we talk about child protection thing, your kid reaching out when they need you should always be there. Make sure that connection never breaks between you and your kid. Why didn't those girls reach out to the parents? What are we raising our kids like? Are they zombies? Are they human beings without any emotions? I mean, that 2 nights I was not able to sleep. I have 2 daughters, and just imagine the sight of their parents, like when I was thinking what they must be going through. Just imagine they thought taking their life was easier than reaching out for help and support. Why not parent was paying attention to what was happening in their kids' life? It looked like they were scammed by a Korean, online game, but they were staying with their parents. These parents were not aware what was going on in their kids' life. Are we such blind? Or we don't have time to spend with the kids? What went wrong there? This is happening everywhere. Why I am talking is don't let the communication between you and your kid break. Tell them, show them, you are their first line of defense. Whenever they are in trouble, for whatever reason they are, distress, happiness, anything, they have to come to you. You are their best well-wisher. No one can take a parent's place. Trust me, I'm in my 40s and I miss my mom. She lives in India. When she comes, at times when I feel really low, I'm like, I wish she could be there. That type of bond a parent and a kid should always have. That breaks and it's done. They may be scholar, they may earn money, you may be doing very well off, but where is that connection? Please don't let that happen. So these are like, I was just thinking, should I talk about it or should I not talk about it? This is not related to what we are doing, but this is very much related if you see. Teach your kid how to take failure along with the success. The same way. It's not always success they should accept the failure also in the same way. And that only you can do. Nobody else can do. Only a parent can do. I know everybody is very busy. Both the parents are working. It's like a robotic life that we live every day. Work, eat, sleep. Again, go back to the same timetable that we follow. Spending just 30 minutes with your kid, that's the investment for life. Trust me, I'm not posting anything, but not a single day has happened when my daughter has not told me what happened with her throughout the day. And how that communication developed was not in a day. We built that trust through the years. While dropping her to school, while picking her from the school, I'll always ask her. I never asked her, what grade did you get? What marks did you get? That was never included in the conversation. How are you feeling? How did you behave? Did you understand what went in the school? Did you behave well with your teachers and friends? These communication started. It was like a staircase that I was building, and now my daughter tells everything. Even if she is writing an essay, she reads out those essays to me. Sometimes I may not be in the mood to hear, but I make sure that I hear it. So these have built over the years, which, if my daughter fails to call me sometimes, She'll make sure she updates me about everything. And it's not micromanaging, let me tell you. I'm not micromanaging. They open up their feelings to me, which I welcome, and I really feel appreciate when they do that. I'm very connected. So recently, I'll tell you an example of my life. I lost my job in September, just after Labor Day. And my husband, he works in California. So most of the days in the week, he's not there. And anyway, I came to know, my older daughter was with me, and she heard when my director was telling me. And I was like, okay, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. I'll find another job. I just told her that, and then it was gone. I didn't tell my husband, okay? I didn't want to tell him because he may feel upset and he was away from home. So I kept it to myself. The only 3% knew, my brother, my friend Hema, and of course my daughter Aditi, she was with me. But when I went to pick my daughter, the first thing after greeting her I said was, Gopa, did you know what happened to mom today? And she was like, what happened, mom? I lost my job. And Gopa was like, oh, mommy, like, that's really not good. But, you know, they don't know what they lost. Like, they lost a really good resource. You know, like that inspiration that she gave me. I was like, I felt so confident hearing those voices from her, even though she was 14. So those type of relationship everyone should have with their kid. Let them come to you in whatever condition of life they are, whether to share happiness or distress, something happening in their life. Be open to them. Don't be authoritative. What I learned through the process was when kids come to you, they expect you to show love and care. They should not feel scared and shameful. Like, for example, if they are telling something happened to them, make sure you are not making them feel, oh, this was your mistake. Why did you do that? I told you not to do that. These are common things. I have also done that. But then I learned that making them realize that they have done this thing, it remains with them forever. It goes deep inside them. But if they have done something wrong, it's okay. You can always tell them, we can always fix this. You know, if you learn from this incident, next time we'll make sure this does not happen. So don't act in this way. So these are the things that we learned. We want every parents to, you know, I know you all are very experienced. You all are taking good care of your kids and raising them so well. But stay with your kid all the time, mentally, physically, emotionally. Stay connected to them. That will help them become a good human being. And trust me, once they are good human being, whether they get good grade or not, success will follow them like a magnet, because that's what matters in life. So I would just say thank you for listening to me, and I hope I have not offended anyone or anything like that. It was just my feeling that I wanted to share today, because I was going through a lot in my head since last 2 days. And I want other parents to know that this is what is happening outside. We live in a very cozy cocoon, right? But when we let the butterfly flies, sometimes their wings can be shattered. So it's our responsibility to make sure that the butterfly stays in our orchard, safe and sound with us. So that's all. Thank you so much for listening to me. If you want to be part of our child protection team, feel free to reach out. Myself or Jai Prabhu can help you with that. And Sarasvati Mataji is the one who's leading the team. I'm very thankful for them to giving me this opportunity to, serve Nitai Sachinandan and you all in a better way. We all have improvement, chances of improving every day. Any feedback is welcome. Any comment that you have, those are all welcome. So thank you so much, and Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Her Grace Mother Mataji ki jai. Okay, so I think the main important point, or that officially the temple is saying, is a parent or guardian should accompany children that are 12 or younger. That's the main takeaway for the safety of the child and for the well-being of the family. Okay? So we can go on to the next one. Okay, so we celebrate festivals, we observe festivals of the parents' days of Bhagwan. So Bhagwan appears throughout the universe innumerable times, and we're very fortunate that the next upcoming festival will be Shri Gaur Purnima, which is the appearance day of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's the form on your right-hand side on the altar. Shri Shri Krishna Balaram, Shri Shri Nitai Satchidananda. So he's Radha Krishna combined. So it's a very big and important festival for us. We're in the mood. We're trying to follow the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his instructions. So we celebrate it in a very nice, sweet way. So because Mahaprabhu and his associate Sri Nityananda Prabhu and the Sampradaya, they're blessing us. They're radiating their blessings onto everyone. Just like Panch Tattva in Mayapur, everybody predicted once they're going to be there, the entire area will be flooded with love of God. And you can see that when you go to Mayapur now, how influential that was. So anyways, we're going to celebrate that on Monday, March 2nd. And it has to be done on the actual date of appearance. We'll have cultural program the day preceding it on Sunday. So we'll send more details as that comes to fruition. But to do festivals in a grand way, sponsorship is needed for various items. So including the dress of the deities. And that usually costs around $1,000 in Vrindavan. Their costs have increased as well. Temple makes no money in this. This is just pure cost. Because they say their workers are needing more and the supplies are getting more expensive, whatever. But we usually go there to Vrindavan to get the deity outfits. So Rohit Prabhu and Padmavati Mataji have kindly sponsored. So others can sponsor. So it's $1,000 total for that. And then for Bhoga, Rahul Prabhu, Deepika Mataji and Ram have sponsored. Madhu Prabhu and Avanti Mataji have sponsored. And Mahesh Prabhu, Murari Prabhu and Kiran have sponsored. Argawal Mataji, Gitika Mataji have also sponsored. So for flowers, because it's a special day, it's $1,000 just like deity dress because that hasn't got expensive. So our daughter Arpana has sponsored it. If some other devotees want to sponsor, you can so. Abhishek, Sri Ram Prabhu, Alikya Mataji and Madhav Prabhu are sponsoring Abhishek. So I think we need help if you could kindly consider donating in deity dress and in flowers donation. So please consider sponsoring as opportunity and your resources allow. Thank you. Next. So today's sponsorship was Harish Prabhu, Rajya Lakshmi Mataji and Shriyan for Bhoga. And how about Ram Prabhu has finished his college at MIT and I understand he's going to go on traveling Sankirtan party now. I'm joking. He's starting his job. That's going to be in New York or Chicago or here? New York. We're sorry. You'll get to see Shrikar a little bit more. We'll miss you. So he's seeking blessings before starting a new job. And, maybe I can bless you like Haridas Thakur said. May you remain as you are here, but have all great success. You're a very sweet devotee. I've had a chance to see them since little children, very little, right? How little was he when you first came? You came around 2007 or something? You came in 2005, so he was 5? Few months old. All I remember is your dad kind of massaging your back and comforting you very nicely. Glad to see you thriving so nicely and seeking the shelter of senior Vaishnavas like Vaisheshika Maharaj, etc. Very nice. So he's seeking blessings, and I'm sure Harish Prabhu and Rajya Lakshmi Mataji, are they here? Was there a special occasion or just happiness at being at the feet of Bhagwan? Which day?
3rd February.
Oh, 25th. 20th. Where's Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Congratulations. Long time, huh? You're not supposed to agree to that. So congratulations, Mataji, on your anniversary. Prabhu has told me he has a big surprise planned for you back at home. Is that right? Mataji's thinking, what is it going to be? I'm joking. Mother Mataji is heavy and strong, so I'll be more jovial. And then 15th, there's sponsorship. 22nd, there's sponsorship. March 1st, there's sponsorship for Bhoga. For some reason, devotees, maybe we're not doing a good enough job. Some devotees are not so inspired with flowers. You saw that with the deity seva too. Gaur Purnima. This is important. We put some verses because our presiding deities are Shri Nitai Satchidananda. We put some verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita where Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, in Jagannath Puri, during Rath Yatra, the cart was standing still. He gathered all his devotees and with his own hands decorated them with flower garlands and sandalwood pulp. So this is kind of a recurring theme. Also later, when in his youth, he decorated himself with flowers as well. So clearly Mahaprabhu is pleased by flowers. It says that in the biography of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So let's kind of make an attempt. Yes.
Also for today's sponsorship, it's also for my mom's birthday, which is later this week on the 11th.
Okay. So that's for the Bhoga sponsorship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Mataji didn't know? It was your birthday coming up.
11th of February.
11th of February. Congratulations on your birthday. That's nice. Thoughtful of you to do that. Okay. Next. Devotees, no matter how accomplished, at heart need to have Srila, just simplicity. And because that's pleasing to Bhagavan. So you might have seen that the busy calendar or donation calendar we had with the festivals and Sunday feasts is gone because that was for 2025, and now we have one for 2026. So on the left-hand side, there's a column which you can sponsor Sunday feast at whatever works for you, like for anniversaries, parents, whatever. And on the right-hand side is for actual festivals. And so you can kind of see, you can plan out what you might want to donate. Donations can be via Zelle or email or phone or something in the hundi. You get a non-profit tax exempt organization. Okay. Flowers. Okay. Can you take that? The Mother Prabhu will write that. That's for your son or grandson? Grandson. Krishna. Last year you sponsored for the deity dress, that Pushya Abhishek. That was very nice. May the Lord welcome you to spiritual world in such a way. We shouldn't think of this like something where we're giving and we're getting nothing in return. No, you're getting the blessings of Bhagavan. And if you have the blessings of Bhagavan, you don't need anything else in this world. Okay, next. Monthly recurring sponsorships. Most devotees who are regulars here, I shouldn't say most, quite a few do monthly deductions from the bank account, so it comes into the temple fund. You can see the list of the devotees who are donating on a regular monthly basis. That helps an organization plan for things, right? If you don't know, like if you work and your employer says, well, I might give you something or I might give you nothing. How are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to pay for your food? How are you going to take care of your children's clothing, etc.? So it allows a predictable expense and funding for the temple that really sustains the temple. It's kind of on the back of those devotees that the temple thrives. And there are organizations like Intel, Nike, I presume Google also does this, where they do matching of whatever you donate. And we strictly follow the rules of that organization. We don't try to abuse what they're trying to do because they're giving trust and we should return that trust too. So, okay, so if you want, you can do monthly donorship. Prabhu is showing these forms. They're in this closet right next to the bathroom. You can ask any of us. You can put a check and say deduct X amount. No amount is too small or too large. That's tax deductible as well. Those of you that donated last year. If you want a tax deductible tax receipt, let Van Mali Prabhu know. He's currently in the kitchen, and he can give you the official tax letter that you can show to the IRS. Next. Sripada Mataji is going to now speak some words from Srila Prabhupada or his disciples. So, and after that, I think we're done with announcements. We'll have prasadam prayers. Ram, you want to sing prasadam prayers? Ram, you want to sing prasadam prayers?
Help me.
You want me to hold it?
For the second page.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. So my god brother Swarup Prabhu wrote this, and he's actually the devotee that brought me to the movement. So he has a special place in my heart. The name of this is A Hard Sell, Krishna Consciousness in the 60s. When an entire generation was turning into bohemian hedonists with slogans like, if it feels good, do it, and turn on, tune in, drop out. And the battle cry was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Srila Prabhupada introduced Bhakti Yoga, a discipline that required followers to give up sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling. When growing long hair was so in that musical Hair, which I went to the musical Hair at Ohio State University, became a nationwide sensation. Srila Prabhupada instructed his followers to shave their heads. When other swamis, yogis, and gurus were coming from India to the West preaching peace and love, and we are all one, Srila Prabhupada called them cheaters, rascals, and crows. When the book I'm Okay, You're Okay came out, how many have heard that book? No one? Oh, of course. Somebody over here? Oh, so this was a very famous book, I'm Okay, You're Okay. When that came out, Srila Prabhupada remarked, we say that we are okay, you are not okay. To say the least, Srila Prabhupada's message was a hard sell, given the time, place, and circumstances. He was even warned that if he tried to impose such rules and regulations onto Westerners, nobody would listen. No one would take him seriously. Srila Prabhupada saw through all the superficiality, and more than anything else, he saw that we were dissatisfied. We were unhappy. We wanted change. All the experimenting with communes, drugs, and sex, and all the protesting and rebelling was due to deep feelings of frustration and hopelessness. He told us that we were intelligent to want something better, to want happiness and peace. But we didn't know how to achieve it. He said, I have come to give you the positive alternative. Srila Prabhupada never compromised. He was innovative and creative and made some adjustments to accommodate and achieve success in the matter of teaching Krishna consciousness. That's through Acharya Sampradaya. But he never compromised. He didn't have to. His genuine purity and compassion and love was the force behind the message, and which attracted all of us like iron filings to a magnet. We gladly let him turn us hippies into happies with, as he would describe it, shining faces. Yes, Prabhupada's message was a hard sell, and he came alone to a strange, hostile environment to distribute it as ordered by his Guru Maharaj. Against all odds, he captured our hearts and minds without ever compromising. All glories to Shri Shri Gurunga Ranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Everybody wants to associate with pure devotee, so there he is, Srila Prabhupada, in our life. Okay, we'll have prasadam prayers, and then devotees can go up the stairs to honor prasadam. There might be a second batch, depending on how many we can fit in. And don't worry, you'll get prasadam if it's too full. Okay? So just kind of in an orderly way, you can go up the stairs and honor prasadam. Respectfully allow seniors or frail individuals to have seat in the chairs or the sofa, rather than, people who are able to sit on the floor should sit on the floor. And then please clean up around you and your kids. That hall, that kitchen is also part of the temple, so we should treat it like a temple, not like our backyard. Okay, so prasadam prayers. Gopal, you're nominated for prasadam prayers.
Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmane Vaishnave Salpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishvaso Neva Jayate Sharira Vidyaja Jodindriyata Heka Jibe Pele Vishaya Sagare Jibe Pele Vishaya Sagare Tarmate Jibhayati Lobo Moy Sudurmati Takhe jeta katina samsare Katina samsare Krishna bharataya Kari Bhareji Bhajai Swaprasadana Dilo Bai Sayanamrita Pao Shri Shri Radha Krishna Guna Gao Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Nitai Preme Dako Shri Jai Nimai Jai Nitai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Shri Shri Nitai Sachidanand Bhagavad Mahaprasadam Ki Jai Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai.
We'll have kirtan from some of the youth, by the youth. Please go up the stairs. If it's overfilled, then come back down and participate. We do need some volunteers to help, maybe Prabhus. After prasadam, there's some boxes that need to be cleaned up here.